So, hello and welcome here to the final of the Swiss Cup Basel 2017, the 15th edition of this tournament. We welcome you to the final between Brad Gushue of Canada and Thomas Ulsrud of Norway. Both of them qualifying through the A road, and so made use of the rest they had yesterday. And came out strong this morning. Brad Gushue, very convincing win against the Dutch team of Jaap van Dorp. And Thomas Ulsrud beating Peter de Cruz of Switzerland in a rather tight game, which could have gone either way, certainly.
Yeah, I agree. Great shot. Great shot.
Yes, the two teams take us underway. My name is Bastian Wies and I will be commentating this final for you this afternoon. A lovely day in Basel.
That's perfect, isn't it?
But it's never too lovely to watch a good game of curling.
I mean, for you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Hard. Hard on what? Hard. 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 Aldri ute, dessverre.
Just ticks on this front red.
Anyway, try it.
Huh?
Yep. Wait the fourth.
Now there's a nice pocket.
Huh? Yeah, just maybe a shade slower, but. Not there. T-line! T! Stop that! Yep, yep! Wait, oh, wait! Wait, oh, wait! Nice. Mark's in! Mark's in! Mark's in! Come on, guys, get here! Hard! Hard, Mark! Hard, you gotta go get it past the other one. Go, 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 go! One more! Hard! Hard, hard, hard! Okay.
So he doesn't quite get into shot position. Doesn't curl quite as much as I would have liked. But still, it will be very tough to get it out of there. You can hit it on the right hand side though, looking from from the player's perspective. So the double takeout should be possible.
Yeah, just another foot. Another foot, it's good.
So Torgen Nergard is looking to curl across the face of this rock. Will he curl enough? Yes, and nicely done.
Just off nose. You want like solid board or do you like normal?
It's solid board, I think.
Okay. I don't think it's going to go crazy, Mark.
Whoa. Whoa. Right off.
Whoa! No, never. Never.
So now Team Gushue with their double attempt. Of course, Brad Gushue and his Canadian squad starting with the hammer in this first end.
Sju kaller det, halva fint. Okay.
Sorry.
Thomas Ulsrud not taking any chances. Torgen Ergard again asked to play a takeout. Probably would try and get both out of the rings.
Hard! Hard on it! Hard, hard, hard! Hard!
Sweeping hard there. Boom, boom, both gone. Very well done.
Want the same weight, or do you have enough room?
I don't really have a lot of room, Brad.
Okay, hack.
I think I got to throw hack.
Okay.
Så går han ta is på hack da.
Hack weight.
So this will have to come around the guard a little bit to roll into the preferable spot. So we're looking at a hack weight takeout. This is really curling. Will it manage to get past the guard? Yes, very well done. Good sweep there. Very nice shot by Mark Nichols. But it will still peek out a little bit and will be accessible for Thomas Ulsrud, I think. At least with a hack weight takeout, this is certainly removable.
Oh, I know. I kept my mouth shut because I was going to say whoa, but I was...
We had another inch there, but again, it's... How silly do you want to get?
Ja, jeg spiller bare vant. Det plenty is for meg, tror jeg, dessverre. Jeg kommer litt an på, ja. Hvis jeg setter den bra, så det plenty is.
Of course, this is not the only game being played at the very moment. This year we also have a game for third place played between the semi-final losers, Peter de Cruz of Switzerland and Jaap van Dorp of the Netherlands. And there is another game going on at the very moment, and it is between the best two junior teams. It's a Swiss matchup between Jan Hess and Basel's team of Heinemann.
Probably just a sliver high for the double.
Han slider tight, Torger. Han jo, vi kan, det
Nose will get it over there somewhere.
Yeah, true.
Han kommer litt tight, og så setter han da. Men det tydeligvis, det skal jeg ikke være redd for, men han gjør noe ganske likt hver gang da. Han jo...
If you would like to follow those results as well, you can of course check the website swisscupbasel.ch and you'll find everything there. You'll also find a link in the description box below. The stream.
Not near enough ice. Oh, that curled.
Full 8. Jeg tror det, altså. For han bite linja, liksom. Fint det! Ja. Fem. Ja, høyt 14-tall. Litt mer enn for hammer, omtrent hammer.
So this is looking to be shaping up as a force here. Really well played by the Norwegian team. Looking for a top 8-foot biting, still biting the 12-foot weight. Put some rocks in the way, don't get too close to the 4-foot.
Horrendous play.
Yeah.
Played into that, eh?
Yep.
So now
probably does it, Brad.
Yeah. Let's throw like
Brad Gushue can pick what he wants to play, and he likes
Nose are anywhere high.
to take hit and
Nose
stick.
still gets it. I think.
Any bit of a roll, I think we're okay. No might even be good. No, I was thinking field because we can come right into the other one. So. Mark, we need more of
Certainly
that.
in this situation, Thomas Ulsrud would have liked to be a little bit lighter, just to
I think we're hitting
stop maybe
based on my last
a foot earlier,
Jeg må tenke på
so to make Gushue draw.
det ganske riktig, det må jeg.
On the other hand, at this level you can expect that Brett Gushue will hit the forefoot if he has a reasonably open path, which
Clean. Whoa.
it would have been.
Clean.
Plays quite some speed. Double takeout for fun, and it's a first one on the scoreboard for Brett Gushue and his Canadian team.
What do you want to throw, Brett?
Well, Thomas Ulsrud really looking good in this first end. They have everything under control.
I said maybe. That's why.
So we'll be excited to see how the rest of the game shapes up. Certainly a bit different approach than Thomas Ulsrud showed in the last game.
You go.
For those of you who have watched, they will remember how there was a lot of rocks in play. Of course, the opponent was also playing along. So
Even my intern
now it's a
hit
bit
and
more
the first
open style.
did fuck all.
Seems to work out so far for the Norwegians.
Top four, yeah. Force or blank.
So 1-0 after first end. Jeff Walker gets us on the way.
I got there, but
You had Jeff?
I like it. Like it.
Line's fine.
Hair heavy.
Well then.
I like it.
Right on my broom.
Sir.
Boy, Jeff.
Great way, Jeff.
Puts it on top forefoot and corner guard goes up.
To holder! Ligger bra!
So now the reaction will be interesting to see.
Ligger
As
bra, ligger bra!
I could imagine Brett Gushue will throw up a center guard
Sweet, Jeff.
to basically counter out this counter at this corner guard.
16-8, bra var!
There we go. Of course,
Weight's good. Line's good. Doesn't need it.
nice shot
Real
in the
tight.
middle. And having it behind cover after
tight,
two
right?
rocks, that's already a nice
Weight's
Line's
good.
good.
start to an end.
Whoa.
Real tight.
Line will be good. Line's good. Clean it. Clean it. A little bit, Mark. Yep. Good.
Nice shot, Jeff.
Touche den også greit! Frys! Om du toucher den og åpner litt, er også greit!
Shot, Jeff.
Ja, greit. Kan godt prøve, jeg bare tror ikke det er jævlig kort.
Huh? Diddlyumptious. It's like a tan-colored car.
Yep. Wow, wow! Wow! Ingenting. Nei, for sent. For sent. Nei, hackfart. Det er største problemet.
Yeah, I think they're trying to.
Stover.
And there, a little bit of a mistake from Håvard Pettersen. I'm not really sure what they were trying to achieve because the port seemed awfully tight for a freeze. I suppose it was a take attempt,
Line's
but
good. Easy, Mark. Easy. Line's good.
that just went straight
Lean on
through.
lean. Needs a curl, if anything.
I'm just cleaning.
Needs a curl. Room length over. A little more than that. Just let it stop. Let it stop. Let it stop. We're covering a good chunk of this. So.
Nice weight.
Okay.
Second center guard going up. Now this is
Forrest!
starting to look a bit dire,
Hvordan
so
Kretsva?
Just cleaning.
Christopher Swan needs to clean this up with a double clearing preferably.
Rent! Yep! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Ooh, just misses the second one. That was really close. But first job done, get rid of one and get rid of your own. If you get the second one, that's kind of like the bonus. You will need to get this bonus eventually, or if this... Or this will go back and forth again and again.
Line's good, easy though. Easy for line. Max line.
Just clean.
Maximum line.
No, it's all there. Same weight. Go ahead.
Go a little, Jeff. Go ahead. Go, 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 go. Square it up as much as we can.
Okay.
Just real positive on the release.
Samme.
Nice weight.
Hair back on both.
Yep! Hard! 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 Hard!
Gets a lot of rocks moving, but there is still two center guards. If you want to judge the front yellow as a center guard, but still the middle is quite clustered. The red one bites at the side.
Jeg spretter de steinene spretter ganske bra.
Not certain that will come into play later, but
I think
probably
I
not.
think it's gonna be okay. Couple feet maybe.
But if Brad Gushue, or in this case Mark Nichols, manages to
Line's
Line,
good.
yep, line,
come
line,
around
line.
everything and
Wait, don't wait.
hide another
Yes,
one
go.
as nicely as the last shot rock,
Line's good. Well, wait, don't wait. Brett's in.
then they are
Brett's
again in a
hard.
really comfortable
Brett's in. You gotta
situation.
go for weight. Hard. Line's fine. Go, guys. Get it. Hard. As far as you can, Brett. Go, 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 go. Okay, good shot.
Nice sweep.
Very nicely done by
Hold ut av 4 fot!
Red Gallant and
Kom bak hit!
Jeff Walker to get this
Det
to
er litt køl
just
her!
to bite the 4 foot.
Backline!
Stop in like top 12 or something. Good sweep.
Rent! Yep! Hard! Wow! Yep, 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 yep! Hard! Wow! Rent! Rent! Wow, wow, wow! Helt vekk! Helt vekk! Helt vekk! Gå på rød, Sva. Gå på rød.
Made it for fun.
OK. Bra, det.
Normal.
Okay. What's it gonna do, Brad?
I think I'll curl.
Okay.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, good try.
Hit and roll attempt there. Doesn't quite work out.
Isen av for Hammer!
And Thomas Ulsrud is just gonna ignore all the reds there
Shoot. Thought that was.
and just come around.
Ja,
Torgen Njergaard asked
linja er strøken!
to play top 4 foot.
Linja er strøken! Bare bite 4!
We've seen that path before, so they should
Sva,
know
hvis dere må
when
gå,
it breaks.
vente, 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 vente! Vente lengst mulig! Vente lengst mulig, Sva! Vente lengst mulig, vente lengst mulig, Sva! Og så går du, nå går du! Nå går du, litt til, litt til, litt til, litt til, litt til! Bra.
And this is a beautiful shot there from Torgen Njergaard.
Solid board.
Den er jo ikke der.
I got enough.
Bra spill.
Probably just board, Mark.
Okay.
It's edge on edge.
Jeg vil
So
jo bli overrasket hvis han gjør den her. hvert fall hvis han stikker den.
So Gushue is saying he can see it edge on edge, so he can just see all of the rock.
Så det spinner ut.
Board weight takeout, not too heavy, so it will still curl a bit. Will be possible to control this rock.
Whoa! Yep! Whoa!
We'll have to hit it dead on.
Yep! Yes! Hard! Hard!
It's not the first objective to get the rock
Hard!
out.
Hard!
And very nicely played. Perfect execution, I would think. Of course, yes, the shot rock lies open now.
That curled hard.
But they say, but you can hear them say it curled hard. Surprised them a little bit.
I didn't know you could get under that much. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Like,
So now there's 4 reds
Ja, det curler.
in the house.
to do that,
Thomas Ulsrud's got 2 rocks left.
you know.
What to do? You want to score those 2, but also you don't want to have to play your last one against 4
Ja,
or
vi kan ikke
5.
la den der er guffen, vi kan ikke la den ligge. Vi
Have
må
all
slå
this
på den.
pressure
Jeg tror-
the
jeg
second
tror
end.
det spinner ut, hva? Så hvis du slår her. Det er tynt. Ja. Jeg tror det.
Nice shot.
Ja. Slå rulle ut, Enstein. Vant. Hæ?
Straight here now? What do you think this is going to do? And this is like, looks like he's playing a hit and roll in front of. That's what I think too.
Spiller board, så ruller to stein. Ja.
I thought he motioned to roll it, but my Norwegian isn't up to.
Hard! Whoa! 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 Egen! Egen! Hard, Sva! Hard!
Yeah, I like playing some weight at it, Mark. Because if we throw like peel
Yeah.
and just did that, that'd be great. And
Yeah.
obviously that's acceptable. But
Yeah.
you know
You
what
like
I mean?
that?
Like off of that. Probably just
So that's
good
at least
solid normal, Mark.
We're trying to hit. Are we
1
playing
red
the
gone.
roll?
Så ruller den inn. Det er greit, liksom.
But also Thomas Ulsrud will be looking at a force scenario when he
One
gets to
rock?
his last.
Close to peel.
Not really, it doesn't really matter
Just know
what happens with this rock for Brad Gushue as long as the yellow one lying in the 8-foot does leave the house.
Ja, han skal spille board for det. Han skal ikke
Of course, any additional rock in the game will apply some more pressure.
Whoa!
setter ut den der.
Whoa! Whoa! Right off.
No.
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 You're on.
Right on the no. Sit there.
Ja, det tror jeg. Noe sånt nå?
Kicked full and I chickened. I didn't want to.
Not much on the other side.
Well, I know I kicked a little full and didn't want to
Oh yeah.
be stupid.
Ja, jeg tror det er like. Det er ikke noe tregere her nå. Om noe så er det
He said you rolled it a rock.
slipper å raske.
So it will just be
Not much on the other side.
pretty open draw for Thomas Ulsrud to the 4-foot
And that
to
was
even
all
out
done.
the
Ja,
scoreboard.
hammeren da.
But still, it's never fun to do that when your opponent is lying 4, even if those 4 are not in a very good position. Still 4 red opponent's rocks. You need to be tough mentally to deal with that,
Kun fart!
but I think he has plenty of experience to do that.
Steam. Looks like it's steaming.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Nothing from the sweepers.
I think it's got a chance, Mark. Just picked something there. Nope.
and stops back for
Some rotation. It was, yeah,
for the single.
I had some doubts.
That's the problem, though. When you have good sweepers, you have to play dead weight.
That was more than back four.
14-4, and that's. I think
I thought we
So all even
Når jeg har, så er det sykt å
after
holde
two
et
ends,
rent lag,
1-1.
men jeg
Nothing
tror
happened.
det var-
Let's start the 6-end game. Brad Gushue again with the hammer.
good end.
And Håvard Petersen
De er bedre på outland, Torger, de her, enn på innan.
will get us underway in this third end.
Dra nære over!
Both teams not yet managing to apply pressure when having
Testa,
last
jeg
rock.
litt curler.
And then at the top of the range, it kind of just turned a little.
The team without seems to be having the edge at the moment, so let's see how that pans out in this end.
Ja, 3 er bra. Ligger bra.
You like it? Like you've been talking about it a lot.
Ligger bra. Ligger bra.
You just keep talking about it. Like,
Ja, faktisk,
You know-
du får
did you know
mer
that his
finish når du
shirt's
tar
hot?
mer is, faktisk.
like
Ja, men du får mer, så du køller opp dit du også. Du er godt ut på 12.
I got there.
So of course it's a substantial amount of money at stake here.
Good.
Line's a little tight. Yep.
Line only.
Back four. Well then. Well,
The
back
winner
four.
will
Yeah.
walk away with 14,000
Yep,
Swiss,
yep. Gotta go to
14,000
get
Swiss francs.
Weight's good. Whoa, whoa. Off. We're still there. Still there. Okay, good shot.
Bite 4. Ja vel.
Grab a little.
Fin linje.
Yeah, we thought it might have been a
Er det
little
langt?
heavy.
Plass. Plass, plass, plass. Plass! Wow! Ingen linje. Foreløpig kommer seg nå.
Yeah.
Ja, da må vi gå. Her. Nå har vi 12 i bounce så. Ser bra ut. Ser bra ut. Forsiktig.
Say light.
Bra.
Seems
So this is shaping up to be a very interesting end. Both teams trying to get the angles into their favor.
top 4.
Of course, at this level,
Wait on lane.
it looks good when all the lead rocks are in play, but with a
Yeah, no line.
heavyweight
Top
takeout
four.
ability, basically all
Top
those
four.
players have these days.
Go,
It,
Mark. Go, Mark.
it's-
Come on.
it does not only,
Wanna bump it or
it only takes a couple of rocks to
go, go, go.
juggle up everything, and the whole situation is a completely different one, and we could be looking at a blank when before
Man.
nobody would have thought that there would ever be a blank. So, but so far
It's the 2 p.m.
Both teams
start
still-
time that we're looking for.
trying to get the angles on their side. Christopher
Fin
Sla
linje.
trying to
Great
freeze
shot,
another
Jeff.
one
Full 12.
onto the just thrown one.
Ok. Bra med plass foreløpig. Ja. Hold i gang. Kjør! Wow. Wow, Håttanger, hold den ute der. Treigere stein, eller?
Yep. Whoa. Curl that hair. Okay, that works.
And there we go.
Fine.
Nice double clearing there. Gets rid of everything in front.
Ja, jeg tror det. Solid hack. Ja, men det er ikke noe... Nei, vi tar den der. Ja. Det går ikke. Ja, ja, da må han gjøre det, da. Ja, ja. La han gjøre det, da. Hack.
Seen this before.
Yeah! Hard! Hard! Hard over! Hard! Rent! Rent! Wow! For legen. Okay. Her var jo, jeg tror jeg hører
Just
ingenting der
rolls
oppe
out.
har den kommet frem da. Skal være hack.
They only wanted to play a halfway ticker, maybe a tiny bit up, but didn't quite curl enough. So, and as I said before, and there is only 2 rocks in the house now.
It's a little bit tricky because they're so lively. It's just, they might...
Yeah,
I like this.
So we're looking at another freeze for Brad Gushue. Brett Gallant.
I got a shade light, but weight's good.
Easy for line. You got extra line here. Wait. Line's terrible. Where is it? Right to the red. Yep.
Weight's great.
Line, whoa, 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 whoa. Weight's real good. Well, we're gonna need it to pick or something because line is extremely bad.
Oh.
Jabbing it out.
Kjapp.
And that's not what they were hoping for.
Spill med litt fart, det er mulig den går ned dit.
I mean, you could have given us 3 feet less. And
Question
Går
only
ned,
is,
Kjapp.
will the red one
Release. Just
that is sitting directly on the face of the yellow one jam on the back yellow and maybe even stick in the house? Probably not, but
Rent,
the chance is there.
rent.
And there is
Yep.
a lot of energy coming to those rocks. No, not even close.
Bra.
So getting rid of everything red and continuing what has been happening in the first 2 ends, that the team without last rock really has the edge. Really, Team Ulsrud again applying pressure here to Thomas Ulsrud.
You see that there, Mark?
yeah, that's just outside of middle.
Yeah, I think you'll get a little bit of curl. Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Good.
Kjapp, Peter. 15. Rent. 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 Bare hold rent. Ligger bra. Wow, 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 wow.
No, this is good.
Bra.
Normal?
Normal.
Ja.
Whoa. 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 Okay, good.
So, and with this we'll probably be looking at the first blank of the game.
Rent.
Blank end, of course, will save Brad Gushue a hammer, so last stroke advantage. Now, on the other hand, you can also say that it's maybe even a good thing for Brad Gushue keeping the hammer until the fourth end, as it will bring his team to hammer in the even ends, which is something that some teams like to have. So, which usually means, especially when it's only an 8-end game, that you will have hammer in the 8th and last end of a game.
It's clean.
So now Brad Gushue just trying to basically find out a little bit
Innifra.
How
Vanlig.
quick everything is and get comfortable with his draw weight. And now Thomas Ulsrud will just try and hit this, stick around to make Brad Gushue play the hit and stick. No problem there.
Begynner å forsvinne litt nå. Skal du ta andre steiner første stein til svar, eller er den treig, eller melder det direkte? Hæ? Nei, kølen begynner å bli borte nå. Den siste her, det første din, nå køla jeg over, da hadde du gitt utpå der, kom til senter. Wow!
And also absolutely no problem for Brad Gushue.
Okay, good blank.
So blank goes up. Hammer stays with the Canadian team.
Hæ?
And we're looking at the fourth end. So Brad Gushue will probably be moderately aggressive.
Blank.
He would like to score 2 here, I would think. Whilst Thomas Ulsrud probably be looking at hopefully a full situation. There is no need to go all out on steel right now.
3!
Nevertheless, if I understood correctly,
Fin linje.
my Norwegian may be a bit faulty, I admit, but
Strøken linje.
yes, they are going for the guard, so
Holder
trying
den,
to
køler
pressure
mye.
the Canadian team a little bit, and I think that's what they need to do. You have to force mistakes out of these kind of opponents. Works for both sides, really, as both these teams are certainly amongst the top teams on the planet. Now Jeff Walker asked to play the corner guard.
I liked it.
Yeah, I do too. Mark's in, Mark's in.
Sweepers are on it.
Get this tight, go as tight as we can. Go as tight
This
as we
needs to
can,
curl a
it's
lot.
not
We already saw that in the game earlier on today, that it is not that curly from the inside out, so this didn't curl a whole lot. It's a bit different from the outside in, so you can see that Thomas Ulsrud is giving far more ice to get to the center
Hold ute der hvis du kan så.
than Brad Gushue did for this corner guard.
Her. Hit.
And yeah, it seems like he has heard me and said, no, we're going to steal this end. Apparently so. Double center guard. Very aggressive move.
Oh, sorry.
Quite close together though, so could be removed in case of emergency, but Brad Gushue says, well, might as well play along with it.
Room.
A little late.
Here, heavy. Whoa, then. Whoa. Good.
I don't think it's heavy.
Weight's good. Top four.
So they're looking to get around, come around it.
Yep.
The corner guard on the left-hand side is now
Room.
a bit lost,
Stop 8.
as there is
Gotta
no
go
real way
little.
of coming around it except from the outside.
Top
But
12.
at least now the game is in the middle, so this corner guard will probably not come into play. Very good sweep there. And is just a couple of feet short.
Slå hard med hakk! Enten eller runde! Hakk! Ja, OK. Da kommer det en bedre, da. OK.
Probably, but I never ever thought it was
Hva
heavy.
vil du svare? Mykt eller pil? Spill pil, da. OK.
Okay, now Christopher Swa going for the defensive option here.
Yeah, it sounds
The really offensive move would probably have been to come around it all on the other side and put a rock in the forefoot, leaving this rock at the top 12. But ooh, and this goes by everything, and it's kind of a thing we have seen a couple of times, also in the semi-final game this morning by Christopher Swa. He seems to struggle a little bit with his up weight.
Jo, det er bare hard.
You're gonna need some.
Ja, ja. Vanlig.
So now-
Vanlig var den hard.
Yeah.
They have a chance to utilize their corner guard.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of space behind it, so there's room for a lot of rocks. So Brett Gallant will be looking for
You can go.
something to
Yeah.
something around top 4 foot weight,
Weight's good.
Wait on weight room.
come around it all.
Marks in. Top four.
But
Marks
this
in
is
if you got
still
sweep.
quite far out. Goes by the guard by a lot. And even slides to the back 4, back 8.
14,5.
Not a very good outcome
Right.
there. So now Thomas Ulsrud has to kind of follow
Did so.
to at least make sure that, or to negate
Yeah,
that
we
rock
just-
at the back of the house.
Ja,
And if he
plass.
places it
Kun
really well,
Plass. Wow.
that's going to be a
Bra
really
linje,
tough
plass.
challenge for
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, bare hvis den er løs.
Brad Gushue
Wow,
and his
wow, wow.
foursome.
Vente, se beina ut.
But also this rock is
14
going by the guard by a lot. And also is on the heavy side, I would think. Gets to the face, bounces a little bit. Also not perfect.
You guys like this at all?
Bra, Sva.
I don't hate it.
Køllen er borte nær i senterlinja. Det er klassiker at det forsvinner. Så får du
What do you
så
just
mye
wanna
is
do
på alt
this?
nå, du skal ha mindre også, på en vanlig take.
Let's
Be
do this for
careful
now.
double peel, right?
We can do that next.
Ja, men det der skal du ha litt mindre i, så skal du ha litt mer på out, på inn. Ja, ikke sant? Ja, jeg kjenner meg igjen, jeg synes ikke det er noe morsomt å spille nær i senterlinja, hvor du ser sånn...
T-line.
Whoa. Lot of room.
Not bad, right to
Lot of room. If it's heavy, you can't go.
it. Is it a wider line?
Whoa, no lines.
It's there, it's there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It needs a curl.
Right to it.
Needs a curl.
And same here. You can, if you check the guard when the rocks run by, you can always see that there's a lot of space. They don't just miss it by a little margin; they miss it by
Alle har
I don't know,
passert
half a
garden
foot.
med så mye! Det er fullt mulig å komme på innsida!
So I'm
So
pretty
the
sure you
height
can
of a
get to the
crimpling.
inside of that red one if you like. Not with the takeout, but
Høyt
you can
14
certainly curl behind cover completely.
Yeah, at the most, hey?
And also,
Hæ?
this one is also behind the
Til
T-line,
innsida,
so
eller?
exactly that's where Thomas Ulsrud is pointing now would be the
Hvis vi får linje, kan vi
Place
skli
where you
av.
wanna go.
Ja, frys innside. Fin linje. Linje er bra. Tight.
I think they'll hold it.
Linje er bra. Linje er bra. Tight. Tight linje.
He went down with the
Hard.
guard.
Hard, 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 hard. Hard.
And here we have the exact opposite. This was a little bit light, I suppose. Was it also tight?
It's almost the same
Tough to
line.
judge, but now the situation again is completely open. All those rocks are accessible.
Yeah, it'd be nice to keep it there, but if he plays that, there's a ton of risk for him. So need a piece of the 4 for second shot.
What's that?
Need a piece of the 4 for second shot.
Okay.
Like biting the 4, half 4 is good.
Good speed, hey?
That's really great when you can listen into the conversations these players are having.
Lay down, lay. Line's
Always
good.
gives you
Room.
great input. You can learn a lot of that.
Whoa, Ken.
Whoa, Jeff!
Line's good.
Whoa, Jeff!
Whoa, let it work.
No, it's still on the yellow.
Whoa, Brett's in. Brett's in. Just bite the 4, Brett. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep, finish it. You gotta finish it. Gotta finish it or you're giving them double. Go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard. Okay, Mark.
Well, this really cut in the end.
I didn't get by the yellow by much.
There's a little
Vi har da den nå.
Lucky for
aggressive
Mark
on the
Nichols
back,
there.
but a little more than normal.
Backline.
Good judge.
Nei. Har du noe bedre forslag? Du må nesten prøve å komme opp her og dytte den hit i hvert fall.
It's real late. Like,
Jeg har ikke sett så mye antog her.
Even like mine going this way, that out turn, I think my weight's good.
Yeah.
My line is really close.
yes, yeah.
Det er jo curl her.
Because it's curling a lot at the end. Yeah.
Husk på han håret den og endte opp der. Ja, nå sitter han 2 da, det er ikke så interessant. Da pokker han bare da, han er fornøyd. Ok. Ja, men du mener at du heller skal dra... Ja, jeg vet det.
We've never been able to play this because the corner guard's been basically on the edge of the 4-foot.
Nei, det er hvitt her. Det er kanskje bedre. Å hente køll.
So now, what do you do? It's really tricky, and a lot of rocks in the front. To clean them all up, it's probably a bit late in the end to do that,
But
so
we're still going to be line 2, aren't we?
there's not much left, not much else left than to go along with it. So Torgeir Nergard will also try to come through the port.
Plass. Plass.
Maybe even a bit tighter than Mark Nichols before. So
Plass. Rent. Wow, vekk. Vekk.
you can curl a little bit more.
Japp, japp. Hard. Hard, 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 hard,
And this
hard, hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Is looking fantastic.
Hard. Det var ikke mulig.
Interesting how that didn't curl as much as Mark Nichols' rock. Mark Nichols' rock had a path that was way further out than this one.
We're still line 2, hey?
We're line 2, yep.
Strøken fart.
Bring it here.
So now I
wanna
think
hide?
it's time for
No?
I think we gotta guard a bit of that. I think if you go high, you might leave him to tap.
Okay.
You agree, Brett?
Nope.
to plug the hole.
Do we want to be half open or not?
Not necessarily.
Han er død. Han er den dødeste jeg vet.
As long as we're guarding this, like right here.
Yeah. He's probably playing the out turn.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Det blir gjett.
Just out.
Tror du mer is, du tar det mer, og så oppover der.
So they agree that the out turn for Thomas Ulsrud is the acceptable shot, or the shot they want to give him.
Ja, vi får se nå hva vi får da i
Go around to completely the other side, which is always a bit of a guess after one has played one side all end long.
Go ahead, Jeff.
But
Line's
don't
real
forget
good. Line.
that there has been at least one attempt this end to come around the other side. So even if it was by Team Gushue, they have at least seen what the surface is like over there. And this is a beautifully executed shot. They're
Yeah, great shot.
fair bit open, but it doesn't matter. They pluck the hole, they pluck the race. There is not really much Thomas Ulsrud has left. The only thing he could raise right now is probably the yellow on the right side, the most right yellow. I think in the end he will have to come around.
Skal tappe den da, for å
This
tappe
out
gul
turn.
ned videre da.
Is that where you thought it was, Jeff? Okay. It's the same line as my last one.
Jeg tror de
And it
tapper her,
seemed to
Trygger.
Kind of curl and die.
Ja, men det blir skjøvet bort der. Nå har vi fremdeles out andre hånda, uthånddragning. Jeg liker tappen, ja, altså. Prøv å få tapp inn. Ja, men det må man få lov til. Der ned i vinkelen der. Men spørsmålet er hvilken vei vi skal gå. Jeg tror du gjør den her, da, sånn, og så kommer den ut. Halvtreff med backline.
So they are going for the race.
Ja. Bittelig mer is.
It's a highly risky shot, because even if you make it, you're not really opening much up, I would think.
Double tap.
Even if you miss it, you're not opening very much up.
Ja, myk hack,
And
da.
they're also
Myk,
not playing
myk
it with a
hack.
lot of weight.
Ja.
I guess he's probably going to have 2 tries at it, though. That's the thing.
Depending on where, unless he hits it too thin and rolls the shooter out.
But of course, if ever you make it perfectly, chances for a steal increase significantly, and it will probably be impossible, or at least very close to,
Hold den ute der, Omar.
for Brett Gushue to
Hold den
remove
ute der.
this rod from the
Wow!
button. Sweepers are called off.
Wow!
Real close.
Hard!
Too thick.
Wow!
Oh wow, this is some beautiful curling right there. Okay, Thomas Ulsrud knows why he plays these shots. Perfectly done.
Bra meldt det.
How much you got of that, Jeff?
Enough. Solid board.
Okay.
This will run straight. We got to play it tight anyway, Mark.
Yeah.
Like, we can't hit it too thick. So,
Wow, very good.
Han setter den bak der i hvert fall da.
And now this red seems to be a little more open than everybody assumed, so a solid board should be enough to raise that yellow out. This could end up to be a big score here.
Ja, det er det.
trying to throw board. No, I think that we can hit what we can see and get on here. Just board to solid board.
Ja, noe sånt nå. Og så er det
But what a tap back by Thomas Ulsrud.
La gjerne la han gå litt.
Han var i stad, så jeg tror det ikke køler mye. Altså. Ikke det køler mye, jeg tror nesten det er.
Han gjør jo den her.
Yep! Yep! Hard! Hard! Hard, Brett! Hard!
Sweepers are on it.
Hard!
Not enough. Oh, just over curled.
Shoot. Garde den røde der.
And now the steal could be real.
Det er den obviouse. Uansett, alle er lettere enn den. Vi må garde den røde. Torger, garde utsiden. Håvard, vi gjør en bra en her nå. Skal vi faen meg stjæle på han nissen her, altså. Ta en liten... Jeg tror vi skal garde utsiden av den røde der. Tror du ikke det er nok is?
I think the higher one's easier. Yeah.
Ja, jeg tror det, altså. Satser på at det er nice her også. Får litt avstand så ikke han får noe dobbel run-variant inn.
So now, first objective, just block off anything
Å, Svar, vent!
there is
Vent,
of
der,
this
vent,
red
der! Vent over!
block, so avoid
Nå må du gå snart!
any race possibility.
Du må gå over!
This looks still very far out. Doesn't come in. It's hanging there.
Whatever you like.
Yeah, a little bit
Like,
more.
I think if you're just a shade
And
wider
I
on the
think there
last
is
one, it
still a race
tracks more.
opportunity there for
That tracked pretty
Brad
good, Mark.
Gushue.
I like this, just a hair more weight. Like if I throw the exact same rock, we score
Innan
2.
køla, jeg trodde virkelig at den skulle
If I
køle.
give you a hair more weight on the same line, we score 3 for sure.
I stedet for å stjæle fikk vi 3 i trynet nå.
2/3, thick half.
And that's how quickly it can go.
Yeah, 2/3.
Beauty on the first one, and the second one is a hiccup, so
Han misser jo ikke 2 ganger, han kameraten her, det vet vi jo.
let's see if Brad Gushue can make up for his missed first one.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
No.
And you bet he can. Only for 2, I think, but still, he'll be pleased with that after. I suppose he already saw the steal on the board, so it's 2. Decent outcome anyway for Brad Gushue.
The first one I was so cautious and it in a little bit.
So after the half of this game,
Oh my god.
the score is 3-1 to the likes of
Helt sjukt, altså. At,
the Canadians.
Play it
Oppover der,
thicker,
køl,
it
som et
comes
lass
onto
da
that
på
and make
innan.
it for 4.
Jeg er sikker på at du skal hente køl.
which have of course won this tournament 2 years ago.
Just half.
Back then, they
that's what I
played
said on my
against
second
their opponents from today's
Ja,
semi-final.
klarer å få en sånn,
If
vi
you get
garder
into
der,
this,
så er
Dutch
det jo
team.
It's gonna track.
Yeah,
Wait,
from
but you
Dorp.
said the last one tracked, but like, yeah.
And also Thomas Ulsrud winning this tournament
Anyway, it's a good
a bit
end.
longer ago, 2013. So, not the first time for these teams to be in the final. So,
Mine's good.
really a second half to look forward to. Of course, they are
Like it's curling earlier
very
than
active
what
also
it should.
in general
it's
on the
there.
World Curling Tour. So both teams, especially
Trying
Brad
to come
Gushue
down
being
here.
Canadian, but also Thomas Ulsrud touring Canada, and playing many big tournaments there.
His have been kind of.
But it's always nice to see when European and especially Canadian teams find their way to the Swiss Cup here in Basel. Of course, the CRB Arlesheim has just been renovated. The curling rink
That's
has undergone some reconstruction over the summer, and
throw this much.
it's looking good. The players are, so far, as I hear, pretty happy with the ice. So are the ice techs.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the ice is really.
So we're glad everything is working out so far and runs
Heads
smoothly.
up, Brett. Real tight.
Good.
Might be in.
Real tight.
Make sure. I'd rather miss in than high, so.
Yeah. It's real close.
Mark's in. Come on. Gotta close it up here. Okay, line's okay. Whoa, one out. Okay, good shot.
Oh, that's right.
Rulle hit!
So pretty standard start so far. Team without, which is up, places
He's
one.
basically telling us don't leave it
Good
short.
shot rock in the forefoot. Team with hammer, which is chasing,
Whoa!
playing the corner guard. Followed by a second rock in the front of the house, top 12 foot.
Rent! Whoa!
And now
Whoa! Yep!
Christopher Sve
Yep!
trying to move this around a little bit and maybe get behind cover. Will he bite?
Bra.
Oh, tough to judge. The camera can be deceiving.
It's in. You can
So
take
Brad-
a run at this, Brett.
Brad
can
just
never
confirmed
stick
it's
that.
in.
I like it if you can't stick.
Like 2/3? Yeah. Or do you want to make a play at this?
I think you take a run at this, Brett.
I like the first call.
Okay. I would assume, yep. 2/3. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard. That boy. All right. Good shot. Real nice.
And there go the guards.
Volley! Shot! Yep! Rent! Yep!
It's good. Shot, Brett.
Ja. Ok, du vil blanke den omgangen her likevel? Ja.
Yep. Right to it.
So I don't think we can expect very many exciting things from the rocks to come now.
Prøv igjen da!
At least not in this end. Even though Christopher Swa will play the corner guard and try to make something happen in this end anyway.
Det er veldig dumt hvis den kommer inn da! Ja, det er ikke jeg sikker på.
We can roll in.
Like a heavy board.
Yeah. Just even board is fine.
Okay. What's this going to do here?
I think you'll get a bit of curl.
Heavy board.
Yep. Whoa. Right off. Whoa. I misread his release there. Sorry, guys. Touches ours, I might get lucky. Okay.
Hei! Vanlig! Kjapp!
Yeah, I'm drifting big time. I don't drift.
Rent!
Slide wide, dump it in,
Bra.
sweep it early, runs dead straight. Yeah.
So it's going to be a blank end. stating the obvious. Of course, there's
Just clean it.
not really much going to happen
Whoa.
now, but we can certainly expect Thomas Ulsrud to attack full on in the 6th
Sorry, I misread
to
you.
get the even ends back.
I thought you might have got it tucked it in.
I did, but it
Whoa!
yeah.
Whoa! Vekkover!
Ja, det er det vi skal. Det er ikke noe vits. Du så han holdt på å rulle inn, vet du.
It's an inch more. Good speed here, guys.
Innse at den omgangen er over når han gjør det grann der. Innse at omgangen er over når han gjør den dobbelen der. Ikke sant? Det er ikke noe... Nei da, det er
So,
greit det.
and as long as this sheet is not so exciting,
Curling a little
I'd like to
now, Brett.
update you on the other games.
Which one? Pick one. Top 4, back button, back 4.
In the juniors game, it's a 3-1 advantage to Team Hess. And after 4 ends,
Yep.
Peter de Cruz and Jaap van Dorp are sitting at 2 each, also after 4. So all the games still open, I would say. There's possibilities in all directions, and everybody's still in it.
Clean.
Whoa! Yep!
And there goes the blank. Absolutely no problem there. 0 goes up. And Jeff Walker will immediately make his way to the hack again to start us off once more.
Nei da, Torgeir. Det er greit det.
The Norwegian guys talking to each other real quick. It's always great to touch ground with your team, especially when you're usually at the other end, just between ends, just stand together for a second and listen to the thoughts of everybody, or just how everybody's feeling, or be it somebody has to tell a joke. Sounds silly, but it lightens the mood a little bit. Especially when you're down, this can really help to cheer you up. And
Yep.
because it's always difficult to communicate over 40 meters. Of course, these teams know each other so well. In most situations, they don't really need to talk anymore because they already know what everybody else is thinking. But still, it's very important that you keep in touch with each other.
Good.
Because 2 hours is a long time, and it all can happen in 2 hours.
Another blank here would be nice, Brett. Good shot, Jeff. See where Jan Hess is from?
Bare 2.
Can't say I've been there.
So, corner guard.
I don't
Gjerne
know.
kølle litt.
But Thomas Ulsrud would like
Ligger
one
bra nå, la den jobbe
that is
litt.
reasonably close to the middle.
Holder. Vi skal rundt dette her også.
You won't see every team differentiate between
Ja.
a corner guard that's further out and a corner guard that's close to the center. You won't see that call very often. It's probably due to the fact that it doesn't curl that much from the inside out. And also, they think that
Just out.
the game will probably be dragged into the middle as
I need it to curl a bit now.
the Canadian team will try and fend off their attacks.
Weight's
So
good.
Mine's good.
you rather be prepared for everything and have something to work with also in front.
Good.
So you could go as far and say that this is basically a setup shot.
Hit! Jeg liker det. Fint sig her, Håvard.
Of course, with this kind of strategy, one is also restricting
Hold ut, Lansva!
themselves a little bit. So,
Linje!
especially when you have last rock,
Linje bra!
like general rule is that you
Linje
would
bra!
like to
Ja, kan vente litt da.
have the
Vent,
middle
altså,
as
sørge
open
på
as
slutten.
possible so you
Strøke
can
linje
get
nå.
in.
Strøke linje. Ser ut som han er lang nok, Torger.
Here the middle might not be
Ja,
open,
men
but you
køller
can
bra
get
seg
around everything to get to the middle.
Ja, det er helt jevnt den.
And in case you were wondering, yes, there is a
Ja.
mistake on the scoreboard. This 0, which has been added in the 5th end, which you can hardly read in the picture, I suppose, should be in Brad Gushue's score and not in the line of Thomas Ulsrud. Just a formal mistake, it doesn't really have any effect, but if you're at your home club,
Garde!
whoever scored last also scores the blank. Interesting they would write it like that. Maybe they're testing somebody.
Ja, vire linjen, Håvard også. Ja. Wow. Hvor lang? Bra meldt, da. Altså, vi må nesten slå etter hvert, da, dere, som vi slår rulle venstre.
Probably just peel it again, I think.
I think so.
Ja. Så lenge du kommer på innsida der, ja.
Whoa! 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 Okay, got away with it.
Just.
I didn't like moving it because it was perfect.
En gang til.
Good part now, if he freezes on that side, it's going to line up. Right? Too early to go.
Ja. Torger, trangere linje.
He ever makes that freeze where it doesn't
Hold
line
on.
up.
I know.
Ligger bra. Oh. Ja, gå litt over. Gå litt. Hard. Vi kjører over. Hard. Hard. Litt til. Nå ble
And
det
again,
verre, da.
a corner guard that is,
I don't hate this,
well,
though.
most people would probably call this a center guard.
You like that, Brett?
Brad Gushue will come
You wanna
around
be
it to cancel out
Torger?
I think
Så vi
so.
må
the
slå
yellow
rulle på
block
øverste hans
at the
nå.
back of
Så han
the
drar, selv om
foot.
han, uansett hva han gjør.
Just make sure that it doesn't come into play anymore.
This is a little less. Yeah.
Because they're already lying quite comfortably.
Line's a little tight, Jeff.
Yeah, but I thought it was still light. Gotta go line, Jeff!
Hard!
To really apply pressure, of course, there would have been the possibility of throwing up a guard.
Gotta go! Hard! Hard! Gotta go hard!
But then again, there's some risk attached to that. Will they get by the guard? Yes.
Hard, Jeff, right to it! Okay, won't out. Great brushing, boys. Good.
Great sweeping, boys.
What?
Har du nok? Bare spille med vanlig.
Nice sweeping.
Stole på at det går rett, da.
Not drifting anymore. Not drifting anymore. Tougher to make shots.
Yeah, I definitely didn't drift out to it.
Jeg liker den nå, jeg. Da har vi en mulighet. Det er guffen den her etterpå, altså. Det er ikke noe lett den her.
So now Thomas Ulsrud probably also acknowledging that there is quite a lot of rocks in the middle.
Vi må spille den nå.
The 4-foot area, the scoring area, has been shrunk.
Vanlig, ikke noe mer. Svar backeren.
So
Trying
to get rid of one of those rocks, I suppose,
Kanskje vi blir hengende igjen.
just to give himself some
Vær med.
space to breathe.
Japp, japp. Hard, hard. Bra.
Get rid of 2. Clear out the middle, so the 4-foot is empty again.
Think you go here again?
Okay.
And also
I don't
you're
think
in
we
a
want
good
to froze
position to be
there.
tapped up, I suppose.
Top 4. Yeah.
Top 4, eh?
The yellow that is lying top 12 on the center line will be accessible.
Couple feet less.
So
Just
now
make sure
Mark
just watch
Nichols
this one,
asked
just
to
in
come
case it
around
comes down a little.
this
Just based on 2 ends ago.
corner guard, or this centered corner guard, to be more precise.
Line's still a little tight.
Line's
Hey,
good,
whoa,
line's
whoa.
good.
Wait on wait.
Line's good.
Whoa, lots of room now. Lots of room. Go then. Line's fine.
Line's good.
Brett's in if you can. Brett's in if you can. Come on, Brett. Go.
Go ahead.
Go. Hard. Full 4. Full 4. Keep her going. Go, 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 go. Good shot.
And this is a very nice shot.
Good judge, guys.
Very well done.
Vanlig.
It's a little better throw.
Stikke den og få en
But
skyter
exactly
der.
this can happen now. If you don't play it with too much weight,
Hold høyt.
you can keep your shooter, I think. You might roll into the house even.
kølla er bra. Jeg tror du skal
Yeah,
stole
you
på isen eller
probably do.
bakken.
I think you. They quit on that and it curled a little.
Had no business getting that far.
Japp.
So control weight, I
Ren.
would think,
Wow.
will be the choice.
Wow, japp. Hard, svar. Hard. Hardere. Hard. Hard.
Right out, Mark.
Okay. Does get the shot rock out, but doesn't really do much other than that.
Bra spilt, Torgeir.
Like the same as I threw last end.
Det siste var jævlig klint. Fikk jo litt mer køl enn han skippidolet vårt på nabobanen. Eller på nabo...
All right, I'll give you the
How many
exact
pretty
same as last end. Should be good. No quicker though, is it?
Vi må jo nesten prøve å få shot her. Om vi må tappe den gule inn, eller hva vi må gjøre. Spille med mykere. Det er ganske rett der, altså, så han er lenge i treff.
Han kommer til å stå lenger der. Der kommer til å gå helt rett.
Fight the 4-foot, guys.
Ja, men jeg tenkte vi må piffe den inn.
Lots of
Prøve
room.
å med litt
Room.
dekk eller et eller
Lot of
annet.
room,
Ned
Brett.
mot det greiene her.
Brett's in.
Jeg vet ikke.
Line's good.
Brett's in though.
Brett's in.
Man får prøve å...
Fight the 4. It's going. Fight the 4. Oh, 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 oh.
Okay. Ja, vi må få med hit. Sitte her. Vi må spille noe på mykt at vi... Jeg tror det er nesten lettere å spille med myk, vant, solid hack, da. Nei. Jeg tror ikke det køller mye, Torger.
Rock too far, maybe.
So now, of course, they could play the same rock again.
That's why I was saying bite the floor.
Ja, vant.
But it's down to skip stones for Thomas Ulsrud,
Siste
so
var clean, men det var på linja, da.
you have to think about
Tror jeg ikke det skjer mye, altså. Skjer litt mye.
scoring too, if you make it, of course. And he has made a similar shot just the end before.
Dødstikken er vant.
He really has a good chance of scoring too, I think. The
The
other possibility, of course, would be come around it all, but if you do that, to get a second one in there to count will be really tough. Plus also, there's still a chance of Brad Gushue blasting everything and removing all of you, and you're left with a steel situation. So
I think it's gone.
this is probably the best choice, best opportunity available.
Should be too thin. If it
It's too thin, hey?
This is far out. This needs to curl a ton. And it's not going to.
right out, Mark.
Just clears the middle a little bit.
Ganske følsomt der.
Get it right.
Well, that's a bummer.
That's pretty good, eh? I think that's the best spot.
For det var jævlig clean satt. Bare ta litt tak i den, og så bare floater den
You can
tilbake.
nibble
da.
the forefoot.
Yeah. Full 8 is ideal.
Ja, ligger bra liksom, og så bare koster den, og så bare faller den tilbake.
Or do we want to give him the wide out turn? It really depends on. I could actually.
Ja, det var mistenkt at det akkurat når du tar ikke linja der. Din der er en rygg som er akkurat der da, tydeligvis. Utenfor, så...
This is too just. We can go a number of places to keep it high. If we want to split center, we gotta, you know, it's a different ice. Yeah, like I think if we could get
I like.
full 8 biting the center, I think it makes them go pretty wide. Okay, right there.
Like even an inch off the line, I don't think he's going through the hole.
Okay. Just got to be full 8. That's the key. This side's been sitting. You think I get away with the same weight? Not as much curl, though.
I like,
So you want to make me play the draw again? Ice middle
I want if you throw it the same way.
Yeah, I think I'd rather throw 2 feet less and make you work for it.
So now, of course, goal for Gushue, take away as much of the scoring area as you can. Make it as difficult for Thomas Ulsrud.
I thought it was tight top 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a bit of line. I think it's okay.
Get it there. It'll curl if you keep it moving. Keep it alive. It'll curl.
Well, it can't stop far
Stay
in front of the
down,
house,
stay
'cause
down,
that
Jeff.
won't
Yeah.
do too much.
go, go, go.
I think you have to slide right into the
Hard, guys.
house.
Close it up. Go, 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 go. A little more hard,
Go
hard,
to
hard,
12.
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
not sure that did the trick,
Wasn't a great throw.
especially now that there is a gap between those two
The back or...
between those two guards.
It's just a shade full. Yeah.
It didn't feel like I put it back, but it did get outside.
Nei, jeg ser ikke mye, Torger!
I think if you throw more weight, and we can. I think it's fine if you throw more weight. Like you're only.
Jeg tror du skal være litt forsiktig med å ta tak i den her, for her...
I didn't think I was that light, though.
Jeg vet det, ja, jeg vet det. Du skal være litt forsiktig, jeg skal prøve å gi dere et bra emne. Her må du være litt forsiktig med å ta tak i den. Dragning 7-8, maks 8.
So this is one of these touch shots Thomas Ulsrud is so good at.
Ja, kanskje ikke.
You don't need to remove this rock from play, just move it out of the forefoot basically, or just use it to redirect to the button.
It's not easy, but
No, but I don't see him missing it after this throw.
he overthrows it. That's if he throws this too hard.
Soft
That's out. That's bad.
Rent! Rent! Oh! Oh!
Maybe not yet.
Oh!
It's curling. Past one. And this is just beautiful. This is perfectly done. I think it's just enough. Yeah, just enough. Very good shooting there by Thomas Ulsrud.
I mean, it's this much on the corner guard for like 15 meters.
make
like,
this
come
a
on,
one-point
get
game.
some curl, you know, it's
3-2 to the likes of Brad Gushue of Newfoundland and Labrador.
I think we could have taken just less ice.
Beklager, jeg skal gå og pisse og nyte det. Så
I think he tried to.
to guarder, bare gå all in.
A little more weight.
Yeah, I think he was a little soft.
Yeah, let's just make sure we score here.
So 2 ends to go. And Thomas Ulsrud taking a break. So that's why Torgeir Njergaard is in the house, holding the broom for his teammate.
You guys like playing that or no?
My thought is to go in,
Okay.
but
Full 8.
let's make this good. Shade light? I got a
Line's
little
good.
light. Where are we? Top 4. Top 8, top 4.
Line's good.
Yep,
Fight the 4. Yep. Line's good. You're by. Fight the 4 foot. Yep, it's going to come down. Good.
Nice
Very
shot,
good.
Jeff. Nice weight, Jeff.
So you can see Håvard Watt Petersen
Zone 2, hey? Probably
changing
got
a
it.
rock. And of course, it doesn't take these pros too long to figure out how good the rocks are and which rocks match and which don't.
Ja, vi har det. Vi har det.
So there can be tiny differences between rocks. One can curl a little bit more, one can curl a little bit less. One runs a little bit faster or slower. So, and at this level, it's all those tiny differences that have an influence on the final outcome.
Ideally, I want to play the
And
wiggle.
Thomas
through
Ulsrud
on the net.
is back in the house,
Is it tick stupid
relieving
now?
Torgeir Njergaard of skipping duties.
What's that?
Is it tick stupid now?
Well, that's a pretty easy double.
Okay. Okay.
It's just it's easier this way,
Yeah.
so I don't really want to put one here.
No, I'm not.
What's that? He could. That's why I was kind of thinking we could go there. You like that, Jeff? Okay, right next to it.
Just a shade slower here.
real slow here. Yep.
Top
Room.
8. Top 4.
Room.
Top 8, top 4.
Line's good. Looks like to me. Right next to it, guys. Right next to it, Mark. Brett's in if you gotta go.
It's there. Just past it.
Whoa, don't really want to pass.
Just past it.
Okay, good shot.
Sorry, Jeff. It's pretty good.
Frysar, vi må nesten ned her.
So I think with the next Canadian rock, we will see a clearing.
Ja. Ja, det er
Getting
15
rid of
på
those front rocks. And make sure that the middle is accessible again. Thomas Ulsrud will take his chance and freeze onto the shot rock right
Ja,
now.
må vi gå. Torger inn. Torger inn, Torger inn. Masse, masse plass. 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 Er du helt
Of
sikker
course,
på at
it's
det er
always nice if your opponent
Ja, ser ikke
plays
sånn ut.
the same shot you're going to play just afterwards, because that means you have
Okay.
already seen the path, you know whether it's going to curl and when it, and if it is, when it's going to curl. Most strokes are going to kick in at some point
A third?
I think even a quarter might be
really
okay.
a lot. And so
I think you'll get a little bit of movement.
there we go. Double clear. Called by Gushue, hoping to jiggle through. Hit the right one, hit the left one, and still have enough energy to run towards the house and sit in the house.
Yep.
Which would probably be the perfect outcome.
Hard, gotta go. Gotta go hard. Follow through on it, Jeff, if you get any. Go, 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 go. Jeez.
Well, does make a move towards the house, but not far enough.
Gjerne touch
Still a-
egen og bare skli dit.
Still a center guard there.
Ha det der. Ja, men vi kan godt ta innsida. Det var helt urørt den forrige nesten. Fin linje. Ja, 7 er bra. Plass. Og ligger bra. Japp. Japp. Hard. Hard. Hard, 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 Håvard. Hard. Hard. Hard, hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
It'll go through the hole here.
Jævlig stor forskjell, altså på å krympe 5 cm, så kølleren halvannen stein forskjell.
So now not
Helt jævlig
Thick
sykt.
half, 2/3.
not exactly what they were hoping for, and as Brad Gushue correctly indicates, this will fly without moving the red ones. Just hit it a little bit on the
Whoa.
left-hand side from the player's perspective.
Yep. Yep.
Both rocks will go flying. Boom, boom. Through the hole. That's the way it is done.
Tapp den dit.
It looks really simple, but it really does take some power to get those rocks moving. So
Få den dit, ja.
a lot of practice involved there, definitely. And faster you go, the tougher it is to throw it accurately.
Taps it back there. Yeah. I mean, if he gets it to the 8 foot, we don't
Linja
have
bra.
Torgen Njergaard will try and
Ja, da vi, det er litt løst. Da må svai inn.
freeze onto the red one once more.
Japp. Hard, fortsett. Hard. Hard. Hard, hard, hard. 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 Hard, fortsett, fortsett, fortsett.
Bounces it back. 2 feet or so.
Got to the nose or inside of it.
Yeah.
Do you want to kill that or
Yeah.
what do you
So?
like, Brett?
And I think it would not be a bad thing for Brad Gushue here if he kills
Heel?
Well, that's
You
fine.
his
like
own
heel
rock. So
backward?
basically, if he plays the double takeout
Yeah.
on the yellow and his own at the back 4, it would not be a disaster. Of course, it's a matter of personal choice.
Yeah, it should.
But
Ja,
generally
det er ikke det.
speaking,
Men da
want-
spørsmålet
you want
er hvis han
less?
gjør den her
No.
nå, få med seg backingen der.
when you're
Klarer
up
vi å gjemme
and you
noe-
do have hammer, your own rocks at the back of the forefoot tend not to help you. And I think the two rocks you would have the front will apply quite a lot of pressure. But that's of course also very nice. Because now we have the scenario that Thomas Ulsrud can just push back this second red rock, and then there will be a pocket, which either will catch or can catch takeout, or can be played to. So it is a bit dangerous, because once that happens, rocks really start to pile up in there, and a cluster of stone always means a chance for a steal, which is the last thing Brad Gushue is looking for right now.
We got about half right now.
Whoa! Whoa! Kan du kølle litt? Ja, men ja, på vei, ja! Hard! Hard! Hard, hard, hard,
But of course the tap-back is a really tough shot. Yeah, that's a really good result there. Just gets it behind the button.
Run this.
Yeah.
I think that's the smartest shot. Just a hair high.
Nå får vi komme i modus på å få bare én til.
Nose is not terrible, I guess, but want to be a sliver high. He's thrown here, Brad. Hey?
Kort, ja.
Whoa! Off. Right off. Right off. Right off. Curl a bit. Good.
Wow. Wow. That is just fantastic.
Kjapp der, rulle bak. Hår lavt. Outan, går ganske rett, tror jeg.
I'm not sure if they completely planned it like that, because it's really difficult to call such a shot. So now there's not much left for Thomas Ulsrud then to retreat.
I thought you might have changed your call when
Keep the damage in check, because giving up a 2 here
I didn't expect it to curl as much.
will be quite alone.
maybe peel and try to roll under. Double and then a double.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
So hits and sticks on the pin.
I'm just wondering if just rolling right there is not the...
Huh?
It's the same.
Yeah.
Like you throw.
Throw board, just try and roll it far away.
Slipper det mykt. Det skal være... Innhavna køler ikke mye, men køler litt tidligere i kampen. Ja, antydning til køl.
Board weight.
Ja. Han kommer til å rulle der.
Try and roll it right over the 12 foot.
Spiller ingen, tror jeg er lettere. Så de har steinen på innsiden her, ser du det?
Yep.
Og du slider parallelt.
Easy.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Roll it any. Okay.
Ja. Nei, men...
Was it hack?
Og sånt på, det er tynt. Det er tynn tredjedel, altså. Det er tynnere enn du tror.
So the better scenario for Brad Gushue would of course have been if he rolled a bit further out to make the double even more difficult, although I have to say that this is not the easiest double there is.
Tredjedel, kanskje tjukk tredjedel er for tjukk.
Just a little, not too bad.
Nei, så du skal... Ja. Jævlig mye da. Bitte litt mindre!
No, you just get some more distance in between.
Whoa! Vekk! Whoa!
It's not hitting the top. Can you make it out to that?
Ooh, just clears the one. So it will be a straightforward draw for 2 for Brad Gushue. You can't expect him to hit the house.
Ja, vi har ikke spilt her. Gjorde det?
I liked it.
Clean.
Well, it's nice to hear the player sweeper communication. Brad Gushue said right away, I like it. That's always a good sign. The sweepers just cleaning it, also a very good sign. Mark Nichols lifting his broom, and there he goes. That's the deuce on the board. And the 3-point lead for Brett Gushue and his team from St. John's.
Nei, jeg har ikke tenkt å gjøre det, Doggy. Det var bare litt dumt å miste den der nå. Men det måtte
You taking it? Always in this situation, throw it through.
Ja.
Always in this situation, you throw it through. Always.
I was wondering if you did a 5 rock roll through on the button.
But we're not playing 5 rock rule.
No, I just thought
Hei.
any chance.
Det er greit å spre dem litt, da.
But I guess you don't need to. Never mind.
So the throw through, of course, from the Canadian side.
Too long.
You can see here Mark Nichols talking about
Well,
it.
at least one.
The idea behind it is, of course, that you don't want to give your opponent anything to work with,
Der var antydning til køll.
be it just a freeze opportunity, a guard, or just anything, doesn't matter. Now here we see 2 straight throw-throughs. In the game earlier on we saw Thomas Ulsrud playing a corner guard soft peel. Brad Gushue elects not to play that.
Alton.
I thought we might throw one on the button and give me a chance to play the corner in. I said,
Corner guard soft peel is just push it a little further out so it won't come into play anymore. Basically, the idea behind it is the same as with a normal tick shot.
he's played good.
It is very tough though,
1 out of 7.
but Brad Gushue says, well, let's not
What?
waste our energy on that.
The days of the week he works out.
oss, hva? Håvard hadde is der og var myk.
So we still do have a game in our hands. 2 corner guards up. There is still a chance for 3 there for Thomas Ulsrud. Christopher Swat needs to make sure that he comes around the corner guard now.
This looks like
Hard linje! Hard! Hard, Rarne! Hard! Ta i det! Hard! Harre! Hard! Hard, hard, hard!
And he doesn't. Christopher Swat overcurls a little bit of weight. Tiny bit off maybe, but I think he might have made it to the house, just at least.
Fin onto this.
So now...
Yes, yeah. You're looking at a quarter rock, Brett. Quarter rock's close. No!
Watch it.
No! No! Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Way bak hit!
Probably get it to drag enough now.
Han prøver å begrave litt.
That works, yeah.
Yeah.
Shot, Brett.
Shot.
Linje er fin. Trang linje. Hvor lang er vi? Plass! Plass! Vente. Dypt og tørr, Torger. Bare gå. Så dypt og tørr. Så dypt og tørr. Kom igjen. Avstand, avstand, avstand. Kom igjen da. Ta i da. Harre,
So we'll get some
harre,
rocks
harre.
moving there, Brett Gallant, and finally there is to come around.
Hæ?
I don't think the end's gonna go crazy.
Okay.
Half rock, even a third might do it, but half is good.
But I fear it is a little
Probably
bit too
not
late
gonna
for
climb
that.
the hill at all, hey?
You want less?
Well, I'm just worried that
Throw it hard. Right there.
So just basically it's straightforward hits now for Brad Gushue and his team. Mark Nichols bringing the heat. He is so good with his upweight.
Yep, 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 yep. Attaboy.
And everything goes flying. And
Right da. Hæ?
I think they're already debating the handshakes. Because yes, it is true, the likelihood of Mark Nichols and Brad Gushue missing all their rocks to come is very low, as there are no guards and nothing in play. So 2 more hits and this game will be over.
Det er ganske mye mer køll enn meg.
Will they make it to the house?
Vi gir oss. Det er bra, ikke?
Maybe not. So guard attempt there.
Hæ?
Yep, yep, yep. Hard, hard.
it's good, it's good.
Hæ? Nei, takk for meg.
And you can see
way
with
too high.
the weight that is played here, it makes no difference. Almost very hit as long as you don't hit it on the beak, and that is handshakes offered by the Norwegians, accepted by the Canadians, of course. Brad Gushue, after winning this tournament, the Swiss Cup 2015, wins it again here in 2017. He will take home 14,000 Swiss francs in prize money. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our coverage. If you have any feedback or comments on our broadcast, on our commentary, or whatever else, please leave us a comment in the chat box. And we hope that you will be back next weekend when here in Basel we will host the Women's Masters, where there will also be a live stream. Please check the respective websites for further information. And I hope to see you then. My name is Bastian Weiss. Thank you for listening and tuning in today. Have a nice rest of your Sunday. And until next time.
There is a backpacker, and he will guide you in together with all the others. So where do you want us to stay?